And we're coming to you live for the Build for Tough Studio. Boomer Esiason, Greg Giannotti. It's Boomer and Gio on the Fan. Simulcast across the country on CBS Sports Network and wherever you are on the free Odyssey app. Good Friday morning, a feel-good football Friday. The last day we're going to be, all of us, together for a number of days as we approach Christmas and everything else in the new year. But fret no more, because we will be together for at least most of 2026 until Eddie ends up leaving us. But yes, this is going to be our last show together. Boomer and I will be here on Monday, but Al and Jerry will be out, and Eddie as well. So last night, just an incredible football game, one of the more entertaining games of the season. I can't say it was the best game because, of course, there is major controversy in it. And just, I mean, Sam Darnold at one point in this game, everybody's piling on, down 30-14, throws that pick, and it's like, here we go again. This guy can't play in a big spot. And then you get a punt return touchdown, obviously the 2-point conversion stuff, the one controversial one, and then the one at the end to win the game. And the Rams are stunned as the Seattle Seahawks leapfrog them last night to that number one overall seed in the NFC. Good morning, Boomer. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I have to say that, number one, I'm really happy for Sam Darnold. If the Rangers played every game into overtime, JT Miller would have 50 goals. And Jalen Brunson hits a big three. So I'm really happy on this Football Friday. But I just don't understand what this computer's doing in front of me. What is this laptop, Al? What is this?
I thought that was yours.
That's not mine. What is this?
Yeah, we're not sure.
I'm going to throw it across the room if you don't come in here and come and get it right now.
That's what we thought you might do, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll come grab it.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what this is.
Well, it's somebody's laptop. I thought it was your laptop, and you were in here doing something earlier, or maybe, you know.
In here doing something
I thought
earlier?
maybe you were in here doing something, maybe a Zoom or something else.
Is this your toner cartridge?
Nah, it's not my toner cartridge. Hey, you want the electric with it? Here, take it.
I'm going to...
All right, so we're off and running. Great. Awesome.
The toner cartridge.
I don't know what that is.
I think that's just the power cord for the
Who's
plug.
in here? Who's in here?
I mean,
that's got to be somebody was on the air, I would think, right?
My guess is that it was Zach Gelb who was recording some interviews yesterday for his last show.
Okay, and he left his
Zoom.
computer in here?
Yeah, that's what I think happened. Or the producer's computer. That is my guess. Because he comes in here and he'll use this for the backdrop, and also this is the only studio that's open to be able to record. So that's what my guess is there. So that's just a guess.
All right.
Educated guess. Hypothesis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good. I mean,
okay.
it just shouldn't be leaving expensive stuff like that behind. That's all.
Yeah, of course. I understand. Listen, I'm with you on that.
All right, so first of all, I got to say, that was an unbelievable football game last night. And the fact that the Rams came back from 16 points, I'm like one eye open trying to watch
Seattle,
this thing.
yes, yeah.
I mean, Seattle. I'm trying one eye open to watch this thing. And honestly, so if people didn't see this, the Rams were down by 8, 30-22. And Sam Darnold leads them all the way back to a touchdown. They need a 2-point play to tie the game. So Sam Darnold's going to throw like a wide receiver behind the line of scrimmage screen, and it gets deflected by a defensive end of the Rams. Ball goes up in the air, lands harmlessly on the ground, but it goes into the end zone, and it's just casually picked up by a Seattle player.
Who thinks the play's over and then just grabs it and hands it to the official.
Right. It's just everything's casual about the whole thing. And, of course, last night they had to explain it on the air, and there was Terry McCauley, whatever it is there Gene Steratore, their former referee or official that is explaining this. And technically, yes, it kind of does go backwards. And he even says if it goes parallel to the line of scrimmage and not even backwards, that's still considered a lateral, a backward pass, if you will. And that means that ball is live. And when that ball is live, and they do have this rule in replay, and they also have it in obviously this expedited replay that New York can come down and basically tell the officials, by the way, that was a backward pass and that was a fumble and that was a clean recovery by Seattle. So, therefore, that's a 2-point play.
Yeah, and this is what I can't stand about it. There wasn't a single person, including everybody in that game, that thought that was a fumble. And the way that these guys are just stopping playing, I want to know, was the whistle blown? Because if the whistle's blown, To me, that is so unfair to the Rams because they stopped going after it.
Thank you.
And by the way, the Seattle Seahawks player who grabbed the ball thought it was over too. He was just there closest to the ball, and he's like, I'll just pick up the ball and give it to the ref. So if the whistle was blown, which I haven't seen this from the NFL yet. I don't know if you have.
No, actually it's 6 o'clock in the morning. This happened like 4 hours ago.
So I'm just making sure I don't sound stupid. You know what I'm saying?
I know,
because,
but I haven't seen anything.
No, but I don't know. Well, I mean, we're here. You know, you see stuff, you get stuff, you text messages, you're plugged in. But I need to get an explanation on this whistle. That's the thing, because you cannot, if you're blowing a whistle thinking it's an incomplete pass, now all of a sudden go back. And it took forever, by the way. It wasn't like immediately this play is under review. I mean, it took forever for New York to come in. It just seemed, it's another one of these things that just seemed totally unnecessary. This was an unnecessary review. And there's another letter of the law thing. Yeah, whatever. I mean, my goodness, not a single player on that field thought that was anything but an incomplete pass, including the officials on the field. And then there's some guy 3,000 miles away that decides, no, we're going to give them 2 points on this?
Yeah.
So for every crazy NFL better conspiracy theorist, whatever, here's another chunk of flesh that you have.
I mean, again, it's ridiculous. A 50-50 call, so half the people probably betting on the Rams and half the people probably betting on the Seahawks.
And you know what? I totally agree with you, and we always bring that point up.
Yes.
I'm just saying that those who say those things are writing a NFL is rigged manifesto have another chapter.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
It was crazy. And I got to tell you, so in my eyes, Matthew Stafford sewed up the MVP award last night. He threw for 457 yards and 3 touchdowns. Puka Nacua, who's embroiled in all sorts of controversies. To stay off the podcast, please, kid.
Live stream, yeah.
Yeah, live stream. So whatever it is, just stay off of it. 'Cause maybe he is dense. I don't know.
No, well, clearly. Yes.
I mean... But he has 225 yards receiving last night, and that's with Devontae Adams sitting on the sideline.
Yeah, and then I don't know if you saw it because it was late. He did put out a tweet last night about the officials, and then
he apologized.
Yeah, then no. Then tore it down. Yeah, then he took it down. So he's going to get fined for his comments. I know that. He's definitely going to get on that live stream. He's going to get fined for that. Now, if he put something up there and it was out there, I mean, what is? And now his brother got arrested for stealing an NBA player's SUV? Yeah.
What the F is going on out there?
This guy went from, like, one of the most likable players in the NFL to, like, Antonio Brown Jr. overnight.
Is he Diego Pavia of the NFL right now?
So this is what he put out last night. Can you say I was wrong? Appreciate you, Stripes, for your contribution, LOL. And what he's saying... about being wrong about or actually being, can you say I was wrong, was when he said that the officials make calls just to be on television. So he actually still believes that after this. And
those officials didn't make the call. The officials in New York made the call.
And we didn't see them on TV.
Yeah, we don't see them on TV. I'd like to know who those guys are.
Yeah.
I guess I could find out.
I bet
Should we dox them?
I don't
No,
think so,
do
man. No. They those guys. You know what they probably did?
What?
They probably took those 2 New England Patriots trainers in Deflategate, and then they hid them in the New York office to be the replay guys. And you'll never get to them. You'll never know that those guys. They probably show up. You know, like ever see Squid Game where you have no idea like who the people are. They got the big masks on, and then that's probably what they do. Those NFL guys are probably sitting there like the Squid Game characters, and you have in the full mask, you have no idea who they are, and then they call down, and their voices are all distorted. You have to go back and look at that play again. Those guys, I guarantee you'll never know who they are. They won't be on a website. If someone asks, no, those identities will be, because people, if the Steelers, well, who was it? Not the Steelers. If the Eagles fans were throwing eggs at their offensive coordinator's house.
Yep.
What would the Seahawk fan or the Ram fan do if they knew the name of the person who overturned that call last night?
I don't think the Ram fan is nearly as obsessive and intense as an Eagle fan, though.
There's psychos in every fan base,
yeah.
and all it takes is
there's
one.
More psychos in the Eagle fan base. There's
Fine.
no question.
Without a doubt.
You see some of those people on Instagram before games.
Some
of the women are unbelievable. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
I mean, something like they show you before the game at tailgate parties.
Yeah.
And they got these Eagle fans yelling and screaming into the camera.
Drinking, eating, farting, cussing, smoking, puking.
Women, both men and women, by the way.
Yeah,
so I'm just saying they're just a little bit more intense.
Sure.
I mean, the Ram fan is, at least they can go to the beach tonight,
Well, yeah, that is very true. They could. But, yeah, this to me was unnecessary and weird. But then again, you have these opportunities. And here go the Rams in overtime. And if the overtime rules were what they used to be, they would have won the game. But no, each team gets a possession. The Seahawks get another possession after the Puka Nacua 41-yard touchdown reception. And the Seattle Seahawks go down, score, and then get that 2-point conversion, which seemed very, very easy. That was, either a great play design or the Rams' defense was just completely gassed at that point. But, yeah, so Seattle wins. And
You know what the amazing thing is, too? I believe in the rule is that, a 2-point play cannot be fumbled forward and recovered by the team, that the offensive team in the end zone for 2 points. So
it was tipped, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like a defender got in the middle of this whole thing. I mean, there's all these little nuanced things.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It is.
But I'll ask you this, because I don't think anything changes in my mind about who the best team in the NFC is. So I understand that right now, if the season ended today, the Seattle Seahawks would have the number 1 seed, and you'd have to go through there. But I'm still taking the Rams as the
best
team,
yeah.
The team to beat. I mean, they were so much better than Seattle for 85 to 90% of this football game last night.
Matthew Stafford was playing out of his mind.
I mean, you compare those two quarterback performances last night, and then you just taking a look at it and say which team won, you'd be floored.
But it's going to be tougher now for the Rams because they'll end up, depending on what happens with Seattle here the rest of the way. I mean, it's the Rams are going to be a tough out, man. They are going to be a really tough out. If they have to go, I think they could go to Chicago and win. I think they can go to Philadelphia and win. I think they already beat Philadelphia. Did they beat Philadelphia early? They might have. I'm not sure. But
remember, though, last year, so they had the home playoff game against Sam Darnold and the Vikings. And then after that, they went to Philadelphia for the divisional round. It was in the snow.
Yep.
And they almost won that game.
Exactly.
So close. And that was the best opposition or the toughest game that Philadelphia had the entire postseason, including the Super Bowl. And we were like, oh, these Rams. And then they've come back and done this. So I think they could go. That's a team that I think, even though they're an L.A. team and whatever, and they throw the ball a lot, I believe they could go anywhere and win.
Yeah, I do too. I think they're a terrific football team. I kind of was happy for Sam Darnold, though, because there are a lot of quarterbacks that are under pressure this weekend, expectations for their teams and who they're playing and where they're playing, like Jordan Love, Lamar Jackson, guys like that are all under pressure this weekend. And Sam Darnold was one of those guys coming in that they had to win the game. And down 16 points in the fourth quarter, and then all of a sudden he turns it on, and Jackson Smith and Jigba, who did not have a catch in the first half, and I was just thinking about our parlay. That's all I was thinking about.
Yeah, it went over.
Yeah, he went over. He came back and went over. But Sam Darnold went over too.
Yeah, but we didn't take that. Remember, you knocked that one out for the Njigba one.
Okay.
So it was, but the two legs we didn't get were the Rams winning on the money line, which we should have gotten, and then the Kyron Williams did not score a touchdown. So we were off.
All right. Well,
we were off.
Hey, listen, that's the way it works.
Yeah, crazy that we actually got a pick wrong in the NFL. WFAN NFL football is powered by Verizon. Yeah, I mean, I still think the Rams are the best team in the NFC, and I still don't trust Sam Darnold in the biggest situations. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I
mean, I don't feel any differently about those two teams after the one game. And by the way, week-to-week league, obviously, as you see what happens the week prior where the Seattle Seahawks can't do a goddamn thing offensively, and then they end up having this performance. But they also got a huge – I mean, that punt – I don't even know if we talked about it yet.
Return,
the punt return, I mean, that's your, turning point of the game sponsor. Give me that for that one because it was huge.
And they were talking about how Rashid Shaheed, obviously he was traded to Seattle from New Orleans for the trade deadline. So a great ad for Seattle. And, he says after the game, and this is where I would always tell my teammates after games, just be kind, be nice, don't stick it in anybody's face, just win with pride and class. And Rashid Shaheed decides to say, "Oh, we knew they had a weakness in their special teams play."
Yeah.
If they have to see each other again,
they may. They may in an NFC Championship game.
And I'd just say, if I were Rashid Shaheed, I'm just so happy to be here with Seattle. It's so great to be a part of a winning franchise and having a chance to go to the Super Bowl, man. And just the fact that I can be a part of it and do something special means so much to me. That's how I would say it.
Yeah,
but that's just me, though.
And by the way, I mean, I'm not the guy's had a legendary career. I know you guys had beef many years ago that have been settled, but Al Michaels has got to think about this being his last year. And he needs to go out before it gets worse than it is.
All right. Well, I don't get into any of that stuff with him anymore, so I'm done with that.
No, I know you're done with it, and if you don't want to have an opinion on it, but speaking of that Shaheed punt return, listen to that call and just be like, all right, Al, it's time. It's time, buddy. Pat on the back, made a lot of money, did a lot of great things. You're a legend.
I thought the touchdown call for
time to go.
The touchdown that right before the 2-point play, I thought that call was really good by him. I don't know, but that was just me.
Well, that's nice. That's nice of you.
Yeah.
On this Feel Good Football Friday.
And I think just Kirk Herbstreit should just stay in college football. I mean, that's. I think he's a great college football announcer.
Yeah.
And, it's just, it's what you hear and what you like and what you don't like. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
All right. So Feel Good Football Friday here on the Fan and CBS Sports Network.